Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Magic and Miracles, where you learn how to be the magician of your life. My name is Anna, and I'm your most favorite manifestation coach under the sun. Reason why there's no such coaching program like my coaching program, and nobody spends as much time on their clients like I do. All the information for me is below, regardless of the package that you will book. I spend 2 to 3 times with every single one of my client, whether that's the audio, unlimited Zoom sessions, or unlimited phone sessions. The best idea with me is to pre-book, sign the coaching agreement by hand, print your name and date it, send it back to me, attach to an email, and let me know what are your objectives in coaching with me. I usually recommend 2 to 3 months minimum in coaching to cover my program. You can start with 1 month and renew as you go. If you want to correspond with me prior to booking or book a session, you can ask me some questions about the booking in an email, or you can just book an hour session, which I can later apply to your monthly. And in that hour, we discuss what you'd like to work on in coaching, also to make sure we're the right kind of fit for each other. But I come more than pre-advertised. I have over 300 videos now on my channel, so you're welcome to watch as many as you can to get to know my direct personality. It's also a clause in my coaching agreement. I do swear in my coaching, not to disrespect you, but to be to put extra emphasis on what I'm trying to say. You're welcome to curse as well. Other than that, the last clause is everything is confidential unless you become a danger to yourself or to me, but that's pretty standard in therapy and coaching alike. And this is not to say that this is therapy. Please, this is number one clause in my agreement. This is not therapy, this is coaching, which means I'm allowed to give you my opinion. I'm allowed to give you my suggestions. And if you feel like you're better off with a therapist and you're an extremely sensitive person who cannot take suggestions, cannot take the truth of their situation, I would definitely recommend you go with a therapist. And coaching may not be the right thing for you right now. In my coaching, we come to work, we come open and honest, okay? You should come open and honest, and you should come ready for a change. And if you're way too sensitive for feedback, again, coaching is not for you. At the very least, is not my coaching is definitely not for you. In order to change, you need to do things differently. Okay. And so if somebody comes along like a strong-minded coach like I am and tells you need to do things differently, I think that's for your benefit, not to criticize or not to kind of say things that you're doing things wrong, but it's a suggestion that you should take to heart. And 99% of the people in my coaching who have done just that have succeeded. And that's all that I'm saying. The subject of today is how to dominate your universe, your SP, your money. Okay, so your universe, essentially, your life in general, is under your control. And for those people who are new to my channel or who are listening in, by the way, subscribe. You're going to learn way more on this channel than any other channel because I make it very simple. I make it simple and direct. I don't have these like situations like these people who have like a board with 3,000 things on it and then they go point by point. No, I just go straight to it and I explain it in the best way possible without any kind of vortexes and affirmations, none of this fucking bullshit, okay? It's pure information that will literally transform your life. And I mean, I have people all day long writing to me that were not even in my coaching, okay? They're just listening to my channel, have transformed their lives, became richer and attracted money and got jobs and this and any other. So just imagine what is possible in coaching with me, okay? If you're open to it also. So to me, it's like this. The number one thing is like you have to have fun with all of this. All right. Don't make it such a chore. Don't make it a job. A lot of people out there on the internet, not for nothing, are making it such a fucking job. It's exhausting just to watch these videos. Once in a while, somebody sends me these videos and I'm like, I can't believe people are watching these things. No wonder there's so many frustrated people. And not for nothing also, it's exactly the reason why I started talking about SPs, and I've said this many times because I realize how much bullshit information is out there. And here's why I think that is, okay? Because I think those coaches out there or YouTubers or whoever they are, they themselves don't actually understand that it's easy. And so they make it ultra complicated. It sounds like they actually don't know what the fuck they're talking about, because if you really understand what you're talking about, you're making it simple. And that's a fact. The thing is to have fun with it. This is the key element of all of this. The more lighthearted you are, the better. Okay? This is of paramount importance, of paramount importance, of paramount importance. The more things that you notice in your day, as simplistic as that sounds, like I always often talk about, like, go take a bubble bath, go smell the roses, go watch a stand-up comedy, go whatever makes you happy. Small things amount to huge things. Okay, small miracles create big ones. So do whatever you do because you love it. And this also transfers to your job, whatever you're doing day in and day out. And listen, in my coaching, I've had so many different people transform their careers and professional lives. It is ridiculous, because once you truly understand what you'd rather be doing, and you have kind of like a coach who's gently nudging you towards that direction, I mean, it's amazing what can happen. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so that the situation that you need to create in your life, that is the most important thing, is that you have to wake up to something you love. If you don't have your SP right now, it still doesn't matter. You can create a harmonious ambience of love, of pure joy in your life that will attract not only that fucking SP, but just about everything. Abundance, health, whatever the fuck you please. Okay, millions of dollars, things that you don't even know right now that you want. And so for me, it's like this. It's 7 steps, really, how you dominate anything. Your entire universe, your SP, your money, any department of your life, but just overall thing. So you really need to wake up every single morning and understand that none of this is real, all right? This is just a game that you're playing. This is all you, okay? Nothing really exists independently of you. In other words, you're conducting this theater, this movie, this situation that's playing all around you. It's the 360 bubble that basically is under your command the entirety of time. You're the center of it all. And if you are used to thinking otherwise, change that, okay? You need to understand that everybody's waiting on your command. It's like as if, you know what I think about sometimes, like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, I think, in kind of like in the back of the, behind the scenes, okay, behind the stage, there is your higher self, your guides, whoever, God, whatever you want to call it. And they can pop out anytime you want and give you guidance to what to do next. Okay, so that's another thing. You have to have this rapport with your guides, with your higher self, whatever you want to call it, where they can give you clues. All of this is a mise en scène, like I said, a theater production. And so at any time you can get help if you're stuck with inspirations, with guidance, okay, from your angels, again, whatever you want to call it. But understand this is all you. Your energy gets projected out. And so number 2, it's everything is a reflection of you, right? And so what you're observing day in and day out, the kind of energy that's coming at you, for the most part, right? I'm talking like 95% of your experience is a direct reflection of what you've got going on inside, right? So if your SP is not behaving the way that you want them to, there is a piece of you, largely, okay, that is making that situation alive between you and them. Now, that can go back into childhood, how you grew up, how you were made insignificant, and they're just kind of like repeating the same behavior. Your SP is repeating the same situation because you haven't made peace with that certain trauma panorama that you've experienced in your childhood. Okay, so your job, I mean, we do this in my coaching, we go through beliefs, forgiveness, etc. And sometimes people tell me, side note here, like, I can't really forgive them, or it's so hard to forgive. Well, this is what you need to do. This is what needs to take place, not for their sake, not for condoning them, but to really come from this deeper understanding that if you don't let go and forgive, you kind of dragging it along with you for the rest of your life. Some people do that to themselves. And it's not an idea of condoning or who was right or who was wrong. It's just the idea of letting go and completely having nothing to do with it. If you want to change your life, obviously, I'm going on the assumption that you do. And so it's all a reflection of you. And this is why my personal teachings are so centered around change yourself, look in the mirror and change yourself. It's all a reflection of what it is you have going on inside. Wake up in the morning and realize whatever you're going to project out this morning, regardless of what's going on right now, your whole life could be a shit show at the moment. And you have a different kind of idea that you want to implement today, right here, right now. And the best time, of course, is the morning. You can meditate, you sit down, write things down that you expect out of the day. And even though they might not happen that day, you still persevere in the assumption that this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going. Okay, it's like a choice of switching the road. If you are on a shit show road, right, you want a different road. So every morning you wake up, you have a choice, left or right. Which way am I going? If the left was the shit show road, naturally you're probably better off picking the right road, right? These ideas that are sinking into your mind early in the morning when you get up, and the choices that you're making, they translate into your experience day in and day out. Number 3, it's action versus energy. So a lot of you are action oriented, and action, of course, sometimes is okay. We'll live in 3D after all. And you should, if there's any action involved that is productive, it's acting as if you already have it, feeling as if, thinking as if. But action to make something happen is fruitless. So it's action versus energy. Align your energy in such a way where you actually do feel like this is about to happen. Whatever it is you're working on, your SP, your money, whatever it is that you're currently wanting to manifest, it is easy. It's as easy as stepping into a new reality, and that reality has a different energy. So your job then really, it's as simple as getting to know how the energy feels of that parallel universe, of that parallel world. And no action on earth can really create that energy. It is within your being that you can cultivate this energy, and it has nothing to do with seeing what is going on outside. It has everything to do with what kind of mental ideas you're starting to formulate. Okay, regardless of what you see, it's actually a lot more fun, right, to change a shitty situation on a dime just by controlling it in your mind than, just have something presented to you. This is the fun part about manifestation. Now, should you always find yourself in a shitty situation until you kind of change it? No. I think you should create a wonderful situation in your life and fucking keep it, okay, for the rest of your life. Momentarily, something can arise here and there. Everybody's human. You may kind of like veer off. But the idea is to stick to your ideal world. And if you come into my coaching, I'll explain to you how to cultivate this day in and day out. You'll never you'll never be confused, and you'll never confuse your ideal reality with the so-called reality. Parenthesis here. You should always challenge yourself and dream bigger. Your SP, my fucking ass, okay? You can have your SP. Some of you, a lot of you, okay, are focused on a very wrong thing here. Your idea, your life now, is about creating the best version of you and challenging yourself beyond fucking SPs, creating who you really are. A lot of you pour so much fucking energy into this direction. It is obscene. It is obnoxious, okay? And while I understand this is kind of like why you coming into coaching with me, a lot of you, and why you went on this like metaphysical, manifestational journey and but at some point it should really hit you that, you know what, I'm doing this reverse, because if I just focus on myself and challenge myself and create a world that is completely magnificent that I've never had before, and I'm becoming this magnificent person. You can have that fucking SP and many other things that you are not, like I said, even dreaming of right now. Okay. Number 4 is worry versus thought transmission. Okay, a lot of you who have been on my channel know what thought transmission is about. I'm not going to go into it, but basically you have the choice of worrying about something, worrying about the worst case scenario and this, that, and the other, worrying about money, worrying about SP, la, la, la. It's a worry, let me tell you something right now, is a waste of motherfucking time. You can then, instead of worrying, you can choose to exercise your energy differently and put it into thought transmission, thought transmitting to your bank account a certain amount, thought transmitting a certain kind of thoughts to your SP, changing somebody's mind, okay, creating a possibility for you by thought transmitting into the quantum field what it is you want to receive. Be productive about your time and energy here on Earth. Don't waste it on some fucking bullshit just because you were trained day in and day out, year after year, decade after decade to do this. Doesn't mean it's the right way. Number 5 is parallel realities. Of course, you all know the concept. And so because of parallel realities, whatever it is you choose in the morning, how you're going to dominate your universe is by choosing the reality. Okay, just like I just said, the left road or the right road. But this is very simplistic. You have myriads of opportunities every single morning you wake up. Every single morning you wake up, every afternoon, every fucking minute of the day you have. But, you know, symbolically speaking, every single morning. And so whatever you choose, that reality has always already been here. You're not so original that you're going to pick something so extraordinary that hasn't existed before. Okay, so it's always been here all along. It was just waiting for you to choose it. Number 6, there is no time. There is no future. It's not like I'm going to do it in the future. No, you're doing it now, right now. It's happening right now. So instead of waiting, a lot of you are waiting in this energy of obsessing, of waiting, of, you know, being frustrated and this and that. What the fuck are you waiting for? Seriously though, you need to become this person who's already living this experience. You might say, I don't see anything telling me that this is even possible. What are you even fucking talking about? Well, before anything comes into your life, don't you feel a certain way? If you for sure knew you bought tickets to see a certain comedian or a certain rock star, don't you anticipate this event? Don't you know for sure you're going to go to Madison Square Garden or whatever in your city, and you're going to experience the situation? It's going to be amazing. It's just like that. Every morning you set up events of whether receiving money, your clients, you know, receiving a text from SP, which don't even get me started. It's the most ridiculous situation. Receiving a text from SP is the easiest shit in the world. I refuse to make a video about it. Maybe I already have. I have no idea. Just because I wanted to explain how easy that is. You need to be in charge. When you're in charge of your universe, when you're dominating your universe, a text, are you joking right now? Be a little bit more creative, okay? Like I always say, be a little bit more extraordinary, which you really already are, okay? So you can attract any kind of situation, any kind of event just by feeling it already. Give the feeling before you receive, right? So you're not waiting, you're not obsessing, you're not worrying, you're making shit happen. You're making shit happen right here, right now, with your energy, with your feeling, if you want to go Neville Goddard's way, and anticipating what's about to happen. And even though nothing on the outside tells you it's about to happen, you decided, and that's all you need. Your decision is all you need. Why? Because go back to point number 1, you're the center of the universe. What you say goes. Number 7, quantum leaping. You don't owe anybody a fucking explanation, an apology, nothing in regards to who you are becoming now. You can start dressing differently, you start behaving differently, talking differently, thinking differently, and all that jazz. Get a new job, get a new career, get a new business, get a new way of whatever, doing things and eating and everything like that. Because the new personality comes with new reality. Chances are you're going to have to change quite a bit inside and out. Because usually when you change the inside, outside also changes. And don't underestimate the importance of, I always talk about like how you dress, how you smell. All of this comes with a new character. Okay, that's also kind of like becoming a new version of yourself. A new person comes with a new costume. That is a fact. The quantum leap is such a powerful practice, and I've done this so many different ways because in my life there have been many different events, I should say, incidents, events, where I really needed to manifest something literally overnight. Okay. And I've trained my brain through those experiences to completely abandon my disbelief, whatever I had left of it, okay, and literally know that every passing second is another opportunity to quantum leap. And I don't owe anybody an explanation. I don't owe my past beliefs, okay, 20 years ago, an explanation how I'm doing it. I'm literally a new person. And every second you have the opportunity and the ability, okay, to quantum leap to wherever the fuck you want. All it takes is just a decision. And yes, your SP can change, and yes, your money can change, and just about everything can change. I don't know about you, but I'm more into like quantum leaping into an altogether different world where everything gets upgraded, not just this little thing and that thing, okay? Just everything needs to upgrade so that you live. And, you know, in the beginning, it might take your breath away and you'll be like, oh my God, this is amazing. Yes, but after a while, it's normal. Right? And then something else comes that you want to manifest, and then that becomes amazing, and on you go. But always challenge yourself, like I said. And lastly, I want to say, don't try to be like anybody else. Okay? Do what you do. Don't watch 300 million videos on YouTube. And I know it's contradictory. I'm on YouTube. But the thing is, if you're looking for a coach, let's just say, find somebody who resonates with you. Don't look at the subscribers. Don't look at the certifications. Don't look at anything. Because let me tell you something. There are a lot of people with a ton of subscribers, which I don't even know how the fuck they have that many subscribers, who are completely full of shit. Okay? And I can bet you money, if we sat down next to each other, I have more to talk about manifestation in my own life that they do a million times over. Okay. And I have trained many people that have had breakthroughs on another level than any of those people did. I'm not bragging on me. I understand it better. And I don't make it so difficult for anybody to understand either. Do it in your own authentic way. Do it the way that pleases you, whatever it is you're doing, whatever method that resonates with you, whether that's energy, whether that's visualization, whether that's, you want to become an entrepreneur, whether that's, you want to abandon that SP, even though it took you like 3, 4, 5, 10 years to realize that they're not for you. Do whatever the fuck you want to do with your life, okay? You don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't owe anybody an apology by becoming your authentic self. And most importantly, you don't owe your past beliefs and your fears any explanation either. Okay, you can drop them like a fucking hot potato, like a sack of bricks, and never revisit them again. You don't owe your past self an apology. You can literally unapologetically become that version of yourself who dominates their universe once and for all. And lastly, it's not to compete, right? It's not like I'm better than you, or I'm manifesting better than you, or I'm making more money than this person, blah, blah, blah. Not for money, not for recognition, but for love. Do everything for love. Do what you love. Be who you really want to be with, not because it took you X amount of years to manifest them, or you really want to just manifest them to prove something to yourself. No, do everything for love. This is how you attract shit instantaneously, right? Start a business you love. Be with the person that you love. I'm not saying you cannot change certain things, but do you really want to be with this person, right? the essence of them. Start a company that you love, develop habits that you love, okay? Create scripts that you love. Do everything with love, not desperation, like I said, not with competition, not with the money in mind. The money will come when you're doing things that you love. The ESP will arrive when you love your world, you have harmony in your world, and when you love yourself. And when you love yourself and when you love everything that you've become, and just naturally, flowing through your experience with ease, having fun, not taking shit so seriously, knowing this is just a game, you become another level, on another level. You become another level human being who really understands it's not so hard. It's not so hard because now that you know who you are, you can really maneuver this universe and dominate it. Thank you very much for listening. All the information from me is below. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.